It's a lovely afternoon, and you're just in good time for the late afternoon news on Movie TV, your award-winning channel of choice. My name is Mwale. The headlines: Mwale Township roads constructor refutes abandoning site. Fera MP orders council to stop abusing constituency development fund. And now the news in detail. The contractor working on Mwale Township Road says the works have delayed due to lack of resources. Company Managing Director Inonge Monga says the works have not been abandoned. Piles of sand left by the contractor have blocked most roads, making it difficult for motorists to pass. Residents are wondering whether the contractor will ever get back on site or not.
News clip which was aired on Movie TV News, where Mwale residents complained about the stalled road project. The company managing director from Lusaka, Mrs. Inonge Monga, called this reporter and asked him to talk to the council.
The truth on the other side is that we have not abandoned site.
Okay.
We are actually still on site. We have our workers on site. We have materials on site and machinery as well. How do you say we've deserted site when we haven't?
It's like you are saying the media said that, but it's not the media. I'm sure you watched the community complaining.
Someone from work actually just called me because I wasn't even able to see it. I don't even have Movie TV.
If you had watched it, you wouldn't have said how do you report that. So that
was not a statement from Movie TV, but from the interviews you aired. From the reports we got was that Movie TV said that we deserted site.
But it is.
But how did you clarify that with us?
It is not.
It
is not Movie TV, madam. It is the community.
Okay, no, that's all I wanted to understand. So if there was anything else that needed to be confirmed, I think also it would have been helpful as well for the council. Maybe if you talk to the council as well. So we wouldn't even want to come up and start saying things that might maybe put the local government in question for whatever it is. The only challenge is that we've had limited resources, so we are not on all the roads yet, but we have not deserted site.
As per instruction, this reporter talked to the council, and this is what the council chairperson had to say.
You could find Nakangea not doing what they're supposed to do in comparisons with the monies that government is paying. This is very, very unfair. If you go to the bridge, even when certain individuals from the same Nakangea are trying to refute the allegation by the local people of Mwale who are pinched on the expense of the so-called bituminous road, it's not fair.
But to communities in a collective way, to at least empower them. Now, what I found when I entered into office, I found an accumulated debt, school fees of about 506,000 kwacha. Now, when we went through the records, we discovered, I'm saying we, together with the CDF committee, we discovered that within, amongst the students that were purported to be paid for, there were ghost students. The ghost students that we managed to capture, there were more than 10. Most importantly, CDF is meant for the benefit of the whole community, not individuals. When you talk about school fees, it's only individuals, few individuals who benefit from those CDF if you are to get school fees from CDF. Don't entertain illegality. What is illegal is illegal. So we are not paying anything out of CDF.
The Teaching Council of Zambia, TCZ, has continued clamping down illegal colleges of education in the country. TCZ spokesperson Ngoza Malonga says it is worrying that some colleges have continued operating illegally. Ms. Ngoza says so far 17 institutions have been closed on the Copper Belt and 4 in Southern Province, while 1 college in Central Province and another one in Northwestern Province.
Colleges are dotted countrywide, so it's a bit taxing to actually do the verification process. And then the other challenge is the application forms that we receive. Sometimes they come in not in huge numbers, so we take a bit of time to go through them and simply to make sure that what people have written is the correct stuff. As a council, we cannot rule out the good job that the community school teachers are doing currently, because we have a number of community schools in the country and would like to give them an opportunity equally to put their house in order, I would say. So we've given them a period of 3 years in which they should go back to school, get trained and become qualified teachers, because we feel if we're talking about standards today, it means every Zambian child deserves a good standard of service. So equally, the community school teachers are aged to go back to school, get trained, so that they can provide a good service to that Zambian child. A Zambian child in the urban area is as good as the Zambian child in the rural setting. I would like to state that the council has embarked on the closure of colleges that are existing illegally. And of course, it's been noted that in the recent past, we've had a number of colleges that have been existing without being registered. And it simply means they are abrogating the Teaching Profession Act number 5 of 2013, which is quite clear in terms of standards and making sure that there's an effective service delivery. You might also wish to note that the council inspectors have so far closed 17 colleges of education that is on the Copper Belt, and then 4 have been closed in Southern Province, and of course 2 colleges each have been closed in Central Province and Northwestern Province each.
Government Transport Control Unit has placed Kalumbila District Commissioner Robinson Kaloto under investigations for illegal use of a government vehicle. Mr. Kaloto sped off during interrogations with inspectors when he was stopped in a GRZ Ministry of Health vehicle he was using. The incident happened in Solwezi over the weekend.
Robinson Kalota, the Kalumbila District Commissioner, speeding off after eluding government motor vehicle inspectors in Solwezi, Northwestern Province. Mr. Kalota's vehicle was almost impounded after he was found with no documentation to use a government vehicle in the middle of the night on Saturday. Before he sped off, Mr. Kalota failed to give in convincing answers to the inspectors.
For the DC islands. For the islands. Yeah, so that's why I'm coming from the field.
Yes. No chase was given, and the senior government official disappeared in thin air. The predicament was reported to the Minister in charge of Works and Supply, Felix Mtati.
I think this first global message is that don't run away from the inspectors. That is message number 1. And if you do, the consequences are significant.
An investigation has been instituted.
We're going to follow it up. It means that the DC has abrogated all the rules. Apart from the requisite controls that were put in place, he has displayed significant indiscipline. So that matter will be taken on board.
Over the weekend, government launched an operation in Northwestern Province to address abuse of government vehicles. Alexander Musokotwane, Movie TV News, in Solwezi, Northwestern Province.
Reconstruction of the 4.5-kilometer Katondo Road in Ndola has kicked off. It is the first time that the reconstruction of the road is taking place since 1902, when the first copper mine was established on the copper belt. The road also leads to the Polish graves a few meters from the Polish refugee camp set up during the Second World War. Bwana Mkubwa Constituency Member of Parliament Jonas Chanda has described the development as a huge milestone. Residents living in the Katondo compound have been engaged by a local contractor to conduct the works. While you're watching the late afternoon news on Movie TV, your award-winning channel of choice, we take a break. We'll have more news when we come back.
Situated along the shores of Lake Kariba in Siavonga, Freshview Hotels, a perfect retreat from the city. At Freshview Hotels, you get an experience just like home. Get away from the hustle and bustle of town and come to a place you can relax, inspire, and create. With 5-star accommodation that's second to none, Freshview Hotels is just the right place to be. You can choose a theme of your preference with the view of your fancy. Take for example, the honeymoon suite. These chefs at our restaurant prepare delicious local, Indian and other international dishes. After a long hectic day, you can spoil yourself to a relaxing spa. You can also work out in our professional gym with an elite instructor always on site. For your weddings and party venues, come to Freshview Hotels. You are promised to have an experience of a lifetime. We provide the largest conference space in Siavonga at our boathouse, and we also have many other conference rooms for workshops and seminars. Finding us is so easy. Contact us now on 0972 012 591 or 0964 012 591 or 0955 012 591. Freshview Hotel. See the view, experience the service, be at home.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. This is the late afternoon news. And now in sports, the tight race between the Livingstone-based Zesco Victoria Falls and the Mazabuka Boys Manchester United Zambian Academy Muza has continued in the ongoing FAS Division 1 Zone 4 League. The Southern competition played in FAS Week 9 saw Zesco Victoria Falls of Livingstone maintaining the lead on the league table with 18 points, while Muza trailing behind with 17 points. The point position shifted for Zesco Victoria Falls after a 1-0 score against Medics, while Muza beat Zesco Shockers of Mongo by a goal to nil. Muza director Keith Mwemba is happy with the performance of his team so far, though he feels the tricking force needs more help.
As we can say, we create so many chances, and we have to put the game to bed. We were playing against a very experienced side with a very good technical bench. They have been in this division for a very long time. So we also need to respect the opponent. So it was a difficult game. They are tactically disciplined, but the bottom line is that at least we managed to open up their defense. We just failed to put the ball behind the net. But we have won 1-0. What is important is if you're coming from a loss, is to react and pick up points immediately. Overall, we played very well. I think even in terms of keeping possession, we were comfortable on the ball. we played very well, but I'm still concerned for one thing. We really need to be finishing teams off. We create so many chances in every game, and we don't seem to be putting a game to bed. 1-0 is not really a very comfortable lead. Of course, we were comfortable. They didn't really threaten us, and we kept possession so well. We were attacking. We created so many chances, but I think the scoring rate is not so good at the moment. I should simply say that anyway. One good thing is that at least we got new equipment again. It's coming. It just arrived in the country, and I'm hoping that with the new equipment we have brought, maybe we can increase our scoring rate. Yes, because we create so many chances and we don't seem to put the game to bed.
Just maybe let the cut off the bag. Can you unveil that equipment which is coming?
Well, you will see it. You will see it. I think it's not necessary to preempt. You will see it. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's equipment that will help, I think, in terms of creating chances and putting the ball behind the net.
We did do well in the first half. We played well in the first half, Moza, but we did well in the second half.
Why do you think you lost the game?
In the midfield. We didn't do well in the first half in the midfield. Just have to improve in the midfield.
What do you think is the strongest point or part of FC Moza side?
Well, they have a very good striker who was putting on number 3. He's a good striker. That's why they were very strong.
Still in sports news, 16 teams have taken part in the 2018 edition of the St. Joseph Church fundraising golf tournament in Ndola. The teams, comprising 4 members, each took to the approved course to vie for honors in the full-day event. The tournament fundraising coordinator, Honorio Kula, has described the event as a success, saying the proceeds from the tournament will go towards construction of the offices of the priests and the community. The team's category was won by First Quanta Minerals, while the individual category was won by Masililo Kwalela. Meanwhile, tournament chairperson Sogata Baneji has appealed to stakeholders to pump resources into the sport to improve communities. In our international news, a Malian migrant hailed as a hero after mounting a daring rescue to save a small boy dangling from a balcony in Paris is to be made a French citizen. Mamadou Gassama won widespread praise after climbing the outside of the building to save the 4-year-old. Video showed him being cheered on by spectators as he pulled himself from balcony to the 4th floor. After meeting him at the Élysée Palace, French President Emmanuel Macron said he would be made a naturalized citizen. He personally thanked Mr. Gassama, gave him a medal for courage, and said he would also be offered a role in the fire service. Mr. Gassama is said to have arrived in France last year, taking the long and dangerous journey to Europe via a boat over the Mediterranean to Italy. The drama that thrust him to the fame unfolded on Saturday evening on the street in the north of the city. Well, that international story brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, we take a look at the headlines. Mwinilunga Township Roads constructor refutes abandoning site, and Fera MP orders council to stop abusing constituency development fund. That's all we had for you at this hour. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mwale. Good afternoon.
For days, he was Italy's prime minister in waiting, the political unknown tasked with forming the country's first populist government. But Giuseppe Conte says he's had to give up.
I have rejected the mandate to form a government that was offered to me by President Mattarella. I can assure you I have given all of my efforts and all of my attention to this task, and I have worked in a climate of maximum collaboration.
It all centres around this man, Paolo Savona. The League and Five Star parties had put him forward as their candidate to head the Economy and Finance Ministry. The Eurosceptic had asked whether Italy should stop using the euro as its official currency, but that's the last thing the president wants.
la designazione del Ministro dell'Economia.
The nomination for the Economy Ministry delivers an immediate message of trust or alarm to the financial world.
Your weddings and party venues, come to Freshview Hotels. You are promised to have an experience of a lifetime. We provide the largest conference space in Siavon.